I've had a lot of great experiences conducting. And, because conductors and orchestras, it's a relationship. So anytime you go meet a new orchestra, it's like being on a first date. And so you have to kind of learn each other because they don't know you. And even though every conductor has, there's the basic kind of beat patterns, but you have your own individual style. And so they have to learn what your gestures mean, and you have to learn how do they respond as an orchestra. Some orchestras respond, boom, on the beat. As soon as you give a gesture, they're right there. Some orchestras, you can give a downbeat, and then they respond. And so you can't get thrown off by the time lag. You just have to keep moving forward, and it actually forces you to communicate better because you have more time to be more exact about what you want because they're really watching you. So you have to be really good with those orchestras. So when you get an orchestra that's really good like that, and they're watching you and they're engaged and they're communicating, and then you realize that you can bump up your game and really be exact, it's like finding the best boyfriend in the world because you have this chemistry together and you're able to just make this beautiful music together, and the feeling is wonderful. It's so wonderful. When I was in Germany, I was at the Weimar Staatskapelle, which is one of the oldest orchestras in the world. Bach worked with them, Liszt worked with them, Wagner worked with them. So these are all the great composers from like the 17th, 18th, and 19th century had worked with them. So this orchestra, when I stepped in front of them, I was determined that they were going to like me and I was going to be a really great conductor because they've seen great conductors, and I wanted to make sure that I impressed them because, this is a great orchestra in the world. And so I studied the music really hard, and so when I got up there and I was doing some music with them, they saw how much I had studied. Orchestras judge you the minute you walk in the door. It's not just once you start conducting, it's how do you carry yourself? Are you looking like you're someone who knows what they're doing? Do you have a commanding presence? So they're already thinking about you as a person. Are they going to work with you? Are they going to like you? So then we start to work together after I get up to the podium, and they could see I knew the music really well, I knew what I wanted, I knew how to communicate clearly, which meant that they could trust me. And when an orchestra trusts you, they will give themselves over to you. And so we then began to just make music, and it was wonderful. It was so exciting. That was great. I did a really great piece. And so when I said it was like finding the best boyfriend ever, we were doing the Tchaikovsky Romeo and Juliet overture together, which is this wonderful music. It's just so emotive and expressive. And it was something that they just really didn't perform a lot of. And so they hadn't done it a lot. And so I was really able to just have my own ideas. And because they trusted me, they really went with it. So we just had a great time working together.